and I'm going to hang on. Good morning, Swirly Nation, and welcome to Farmington Hills, Michigan, just outside of Detroit, Michigan, for this morning's matchup between Honeybaked and your Pittsburgh Penguins Elite. It's 2010 AAA action here. As Honeybaked with an early chance there with a centering feed. The starting lineup's brought to you by the training table at the Lemieux Sports Complex in Cranberry Township. In net for the Penguins, number 1, William Hanner. At wing, number 6, Brody Carter. And number 20, Cruz Armstrong. Your center, number 10, Luca Filiaggi. And on defense, number 90, Tino Villela, and 34, Rylan Ofterhide. Honeybaked controlling the first possession here as the Penguins complete a line change. It'll be Wu poking the puck free. Sproul following on into the offensive zone. The puck knocked off of his stick as he tries to cut it into the middle. Honeybaked comes back through center. Jake Starr uses the body to separate the puck, but then gets it swiped away. Driving in with a backhander off of Hanner. Rebound kicked out, and Hanner getting some early work. And a penalty coming up here. It's going to go on Sproul. So Honeybaked with early puck possession here, first minute and a half in. And now William Sproul heads to the sin bin for a minute and a half. Not sure what the call was there. I didn't see the referee's call, but Sproul looks unhappy with the referee's decision. So Honeybaked's going to head to the power play. It'll be McElmurray, Carver, Hall. Let's see what the numbers. Adams, I can't see who's down here on the wall. As you'll see, we're coming to you from a little lofted position above the rink. Some of the angles will be difficult for me here, but we'll do the best we can to bring you every part of the game. It looks like Moon, the other forward for Honeybaked, that'll be real on the PK with Wu, Merlot, and Villela, the defense. Wu able to get control in the Penguins' end and come through center like a train into the offensive zone, carrying to the right side, pulling up along the boards. As Honeybaked's able to get control and send it back out the center, but it'll be the Penguins controlling it there. Villela trying for Wu. It comes off of a stick and comes free. Wu unable to get control to get it in, but the Penguins penalty killers here doing a great job of keeping Honeybaked out of the Penguins' end as a battle will happen along the wall, right in front of the Penguins' bench. Wu in there as the digging continues. It'll be banked off the boards, chipped forward for the Honeybaked defenseman. Real on the forecheck, over skates it a bit. Evans comes on. He misses, and in comes Honeybaked into the offensive zone. A good stick on puck by the Pens defenseman off the right. Merlot will get it in behind. He looks for real fans on a backhand. As he tried to rim it around, a shot coming in from Carver at the point gets deflected by a high stick, and it'll be sent up over glass into the netting. And with 18 seconds left on the Sproul penalty, we'll have a defensive zone draw. It'll be Paris, Evans, Ofterhide, and the Fridge on defense. Face-off, one back to the point. D to D play. Evans gets there to break things up, and he'll come out the center short-handed looking for Paris. Bounces off of his backhand. Honeybaked will control, and they'll try to break back into the Penguin zone. It's Stevens defended by Evans. It comes the whole way through. Nice pad saved by Hanner, spinning out of there off their ride. Can he clear? He will. Penguins will have Julius breaking free as the penalty to Sproul had expired. Julius is able to get on the ice. Penguins try to spring him. It comes off of his backhand to the corner. Star will keep things at the blue line, followed on puck protection by Paris. Centering feed by Evans comes off the stick of Julius. The Penguins defenseman playing forward yesterday and as well this morning. So the Penguins going with 5 defense. So we've got Carter Schub at home watching right now. Probably had a nice breakfast in him. But we're thinking of you, buddy. Here you're feeling better, which is a good thing. We miss you. The Honeybaked battling hands work it into the Penguins' end. It'll be Evans dislodging it towards center. Paris will get it changed as the Penguins look to cycle back through the lines. Star gets to it, rims it around, nobody there for the Pens, so it'll be Honeybaked walking off the wall, feeding it down low, a backdoor feed, and it's Hanner coming right to left to say no sirree. Penguins complete the rest of that change, and it's the starting unit back out there with Filiaggi. He'll win the puck to the corner for Villela. Banked off the boards to Ofterhide. He sends it up to Armstrong. He can't control the puck. Loses it, but Ofterhide follows on. Now Carter. Carter up the wing for Armstrong, who drives into the offensive zone to chase the puck to the corner. Spinning out of it, a Honeybaked defenseman. Back to the blue line, unable to keep it off try, but it'll gain control just over the blue line and drive back in. Advancing the puck, Carter keeps it. Sends it to the middle. Filiaggi can't get control, but it'll be, I thought it was going to be Carter. Instead, it's swept out to center ice. Picked up by Villela in the Penguin zone. He goes off the boards looking for Armstrong. No icing as it'll come the whole way in on Stefanovsky, the Honeybaked goaltender. Star falls down on the play, and it's a 2-on-1 here for Honeybaked. Into the zone, looking, firing, and a glove side save by Hanner. Star will get control and tap it back out the center. It's Armstrong hitting Filiaggi in flight into the offensive zone. Hanner flying behind him, and he'll shoot one down low off Stefanovsky. That's kept out, and back comes Honeybaked. A back and forth exchange here in the last few minutes as Merlot ties up the streaking Honeybaked wing. Dug out by Wu. Wu goes off the boards to Reel. Reel with speed into the offensive zone as Honeybaked retreats. He cuts to the middle, looking, firing, and he'll go post and in on the glove hand side. Jack Reel down the right wing, able to cut to the middle as the Honeybaked defense backs away, and he's able to find the post and then the back of the net. It's the real deal. Jack Reel making it 1-0 Penguins. Merlot will gather. And up but not in, it'll be Wu now at center. Poked off of his stick by Honeybaked, and right there's Reel to pressure the puck. He gets going early, it can be dangerous. McElmurray for Honeybaked, trying to equalize this one with a shot up high that's blocked. Stand in front, blockered away by, sticked away by Hanner, and it'll be Reel getting it out the center for Sproul. Sproul into the offensive zone. He's got Reel driving. He'll fire it that way. It's off the pad low and kicked out by Stefanovsky. It'll be past the streaking Honeybaked forward. And some excitement on the rink next door, I believe. As Reel spins with it into the offensive zone again. Evans will chase it down, pressuring the puck, forcing it the other way. Off of a skate, out the center where it's followed on by Julius. Now Evans sends it right back up, past the Honeybaked bench, no icing, and Julius will get in on the forecheck. firing it cross ice is Honeybaked all the way into the Penn's end for an icing. 2 of an offensive zone draw, 8 minutes to play, and the Penguins leading 1-0. 31 of you swirly heads out there, thanks for joining us here. Including, of course, me down in OCMD. Penguins trying to control in the Honeybaked zone. Honeybaked able to chip it out the center. Merlot gathers it along the right wing side. He'll go D to Star. Star looking for Evans, misses him, and it's Honeybaked coming back the other direction. Star will be there to pick that one off. He finds Julius, right wing side to Evans, cutting to the middle. He'll laser one just past the glove hand side. Julius there on the forecheck in the corner, supported nicely by Paris, back to the point for Merlot. His shot deflected in front as Julius was reaching for it. It'll be kicked to the corner by Stefanovsky, and out the center comes Honeybaked. Around Star. Star unable to kind of break that play up there, but his partner there to do so in Merlot. Now Evans loses it in the corner. Merlot will follow on with good support, getting it up towards Armstrong and out to center. Penguins defending in their own end. It's Carter. Able to get it up, but not out. Kept in by Honeybaked. Over to the boards and rimmed around. Dancing with it behind the net. A nice stop and start play to create some space. Filiaggi knocked down on the play. Honeybaked will gain possession right back to the point. It's McElmurray. Cross side for Sadic. Whose shot went wide. McElmurray will gain it in the corner for Honeybaked. Tripped up on the play. No call. He'll stay with the puck. Just like a yo-yo on his stick right now. Star along the boards. Able to defend, but it's kept in at the point again. Tap towards the middle and over Merlot's stick. McElmurray back on it. Around Armstrong, back to the point. Shot from the point. Skips in on Hanner, who's able to put that over to the side with the paddle. Nice play there. There's another shot from the point through a lot of bodies. And it's all Honeybaked right now. Weaver keeping it in. As they try to even the score, 1-0 Pens lead. Star able to nicely use the body to protect, but it's right back out again to Honeybaked at the point. This line pinned in the zone right now. It'll be Carter freeing it up. McElmurray with a stick lift. And it's Honeybaked again. This shot from the point deflects in front. Doesn't get through. Filiaggi will spin it off the wall, not out. Armstrong, but a stick on puck. Now Merlot will just crank it down the ice, get an icing. They're going to say no. It could have been played by the Honeybaked defender, and Armstrong at the end of his shift gets in there and breaks things up in the offensive zone. Nice job by him. Now the Penguins looking to pressure as Honeybaked will break out the left side. A full cross-ice pass. Real unable to get the poke check on it. In comes Honeybaked, knocked down on the play. No call. It's into the corner. It'll be Villela battling there. Now Real. Battle happens right here underneath me. Tougher to see. It's Honeybaked peeling off the wall. It's Moonblocker side shot kept out. Rebound sent off the side. Again off the blocker. A Hanner. Off the right. Will get control. Kind of cuts into the middle. It's knocked away and it's on the half ball for Honeybaked. Sproul gets to it. He sees Real up ice and tries to hit him. That puck about hip high when he knocked. Oh, they're going to call a high stick here actually on Real. So it was up above the shoulder, so it'll come the whole way back to the Pens' end. A high stick call on Real, trying to bat that one at the Sproul feet out of the air. The Pens have a D-zone draw. It'll be Wu. Real, the Penguin goal scorer, was able to come down the right and snap one off the post. Here in the first period that's really seen Honeybaked kind of carry the play. Banking it off the boards is Real, but turning it right back comes Honeybaked. McElmurray, offensive zone. Cutting into the middle. defended well. Puck picked up by Wu after the poke check. He'll fire it cross ice for Real. It's off Honeybaked, but right back to Real, who cuts back to the middle, tries to get Stefanowski moving left to right this time, or right to left this time, and snap it back. He was going the other way last time. He just misses the post this time. Pop back into the corner for Real. Real centers one, but it's right to the Honeybaked defender, and back they come. Now a 3-on-2 develops here. Kaminsky and Starr back for the Pens. Wu on the back check, makes it 3-on-3. Centering pass, cut off by Starr, but right back to the defenseman for Honeybaked. It'll be a shot wide to the net that's picked up by Wu, and he'll carry it out 3-on-2 for the Pens. Real will peel off, getting that line change. Just Parrish drives the net. Wu tries to center it to him. It's maybe a split second late there. And back comes Honeybaked 3-on-3. Back checking. Parrish. A backhander in, and that one's fought off. Wraparound attempt kept out. Back to the point it comes. Parrish charging. Now Julius. As it's sent to the corner, Evans gets there, taps it off the boards, looking for Julius. It'll be all the way back to the Honeybaked point. Evans along the half wall, pinned in. It'll be McElmurray coming off, but it's poke checked away, but kept in. Merlot. And it'll trickle out over the line for an offside play. Penguins kind of disjointed in their zone exits here right now. Throwing it up the wall right to the Honeybaked defenseman. As Evans will lean in for the face-off. Tapped back and gathered by Honeybaked around Kaminsky, and there is a sweet buttery crumpet glove save for William Hanner, flashing the leather as they poked it forward on the draw and got by Kaminsky. He created a 2-on-1 against Kaminsky, and a little tap pass basically created a breakaway from the hash, like top of the circles in, and Hanner there with the glove to keep it 1-0. 2:20 to play here in the first period. We're in Farmington Hills, Michigan, home of Honeybaked hockey. For this contest between Honeybaked and the Pens Elite, it's Brody Carter with the pressure. Banked off the boards, brought in by Honeybaked. They'll center one. Knocked down on the play, following on his authorized, stopping behind the net and feeding a feed out to Armstrong, who comes off the wall. Tries to fire across ice. It's picked off, and right back in comes Honeybaked, and it's off Hanner's glove. And so from a 10-bell glove save to one that bounces off of his glove, might have been headed high and trickles in the net, tying it at 1, is Honeybaked. Armstrong got that puck on the wall and just kind of held onto it for a while. And it created a situation where the rest of his team was headed up the ice without him. And the pass he was trying to make was a little bit too long. It was picked off and driving right down Main Street. Comes Honeybaked that makes it a 1-1 game. It'll be Starr. Starr's pass picked off. In comes Honeybaked again. This shot blocker side. Kick to the corner as Hanner's back on it. Back to the point. It has been all Honeybaked really in this one. Penguins with a great play by Real have it tied at 1. But puck possession by Honeybaked as the Pens have had trouble exiting the zone. And here's another example. That shot high to the glove side. Comes off the glove and wide this time. Wu gets there. Helped by Sproul, and Penguins will get out to center, but no further as his cross-ice pass is kicked down and fired back into the Penguins' end. Merlot gets it. Rims it around for Starr. It'll come the whole way through to Sproul. Sproul sends it across to Real. Real drives in, looks, pulls it back to the middle, tries 5-hole. Stefanowski says no. Wu to the puck. Firing it towards the middle. Unable to get to it. Nobody was there. Real tried to knock one out of the air, but it's picked up by the Pens and dumped back in. As Real will back into a Honeybaked player, and we're going to head to the penalty box again. This time it's Jack Real to the sin bin. So it looks like another penalty. Hopefully they'll start the next period on it, but it'll be it'll be Paris and Evans on the penalty kill again. Their second penalty kill of the game so far. So reel to the box for a body check. Evans will win this draw back to Villela. Around for Ofterhide. Ofterhide trying to force it up to Paris. Honeybaked will reverse it back for Villela. He goes off the boards for Evans. Evans can't get control. Honeybaked will gain the puck in their own end in the corner. Villela, a monster along the board, is able to knock it free to the half wall as time will expire on the first period. So yeah, we're up here in a kind of a booth type, really behind glass with everybody watching from what's really kind of a warm area, but looks like the camera angles are pretty good for cameraman Bobby Starr. Up and down the wall, doing a great job with the zoom and moving it around. It's a pretty tight area, but for us to get the pictures to you. So hopefully you're enjoying that. A little less noise for me, is not quite as loud up here, being separated from the game by glass. So out of respect for everybody around us, we're not going to be doing too many calisthenics up here with everything. As the Penguins gather around head coach Ray Conway, assistant coaches Jake Hayner and Jason Julius, we'll head to intermission. We're back here. Honeybaked and the Penguins from Farmington Hills. Pens are on the penalty kill. It's Paris and Evans up front with Kaminsky and Starr. Will be tapped on the boards. Evans will get there, but can't gain the Honeybaked zone. Paris will tie things up at center ice. As the Penguins look to kill this penalty, Honeybaked will regroup at their own blue line. A real penalty backed into a player in the corner. Evans popping it free, gets to the outside. He tries to cut back to the middle. He's kind of 1-on-3 there. He pulled off a miracle before, this time getting his stick knocked out of his hand. Back comes Honeybaked, but it's 2-on-3, and we'll have an offside play. So the Pens will put out Filiangi and Julius up front. Merlot and Villela on the back end. 27 seconds left on the real penalty. A penalty that carried over from the first to the second period. Julius will clear the Pens and get to the blue line, dumping it in off of a Honeybaked defender, spins it back up. Filiaggi was trying to get in on the puck pressure, and Honeybaked comes back the other way. Right-hand side, Penguins with another good job here thus far on the PK. As there's 5 seconds left, the Pens are going to get reeled back. And so another successful penalty kill by the Penguins. And we'll have a power play, I think, coming up. A Sir Pizza power play. Could we have one? Yes, we will. It'll be a roughing call, a hit on Filiangi. And so Filiangi, Carter, and Julius up front. Julius finishing up his shift. He was out at the end of that penalty kill. Evans and Parrish killed the first part of it. It'll be Kaminsky and Ofterhide at the points. Now Ofterhide to the outside to Kaminsky. Spinning things back. He actually gets tied up. He was trying to go back to Ofterhide. He'll toss it to the corner. It'll be cleared by Honeybaked here with 1:12 left on the Penguins' first Sir Pizza power play. They had a Sir Pizza power play goal yesterday against OJG. Carter gains the Honeybaked line. Chased down in the corner. It's real on the ice. And Filiaggi unable to get control. Back comes Honeybaked off of Real. Real with that Zuki knockdown there. Carter follows on in support, but Honeybaked keeping it in a short-handed drive from the point. Kicked out by Kaminsky, but right to a Honeybaked forward who's defended off by Kaminsky, and the puck will be gathered by Real. 30 seconds left on this power play. Honeybaked doing a very good job keeping the Penguins out of their end now. A defensive battle here in the second. As Filiaggi gets control, snap it off to Merlot on the half wall. Back to Filiaggi. His shot lofted well over the net and gathered in by Honeybaked. That was good from 45. Honeybaked clears. It'll be an icing. As Star unable to get there. 6 seconds left on the power play for the Pens. The Pens defense will have to be wary of the Honeybaked player who already has a leg over the board ready to jump out onto the ice. Wu wins the draw to the half wall. Back to Star. Sends it cross ice looking for Wu. He'll get it there in the corner. He'll go back to the point to Merlot. Shot from the outside deflected by Real, but not able to get it all the way through. And Honeybaked will try to spring that player, but it'll be an offside play. Adams unable to get control. It was kind of weird. Star kind of got caught in between there. Merlot was back to defend. If that pass gets through, that would have potentially been a 2-on-1. Instead, we'll get an ice. .12:01 to play here. As we welcome all of you, Swirly Nation, all the swirlies out there. It's Honeybaked and Pens tied at 1. Cranked up high and behind Hanner. It'll be picked up by Sproul. He's cut off. Honeybaked will try to keep it in, unable to do so. Real circling at center, able to pick it up. He'll find Wu. Wu and Sproul 2-on-2. They'll crisscross. Wu firing one high, short side that's fought off by Stefanovsky. Wu getting to the puck, tapping it back in, and that's tracked well by the Honeybaked goaltender. So the Pens will get Evans, Paris, and Julius out here. A bit of a change. Looks like they've switched Evans and Paris. Paris playing center the last few weeks, and now Evans in there. Evans wins it back to Kaminsky. Over to Star, up for Evans. Into the middle, looking for Julius. It's cut off and brought back on. It'll be McElmurray trying to tap it through center. Kaminsky will get there. He goes off the boards to Julius. Julius in over the blue line. To the corner he goes. Evans comes on in support. He'll gain control. He'll hit Paris streaking in, and a one-timer kicked out by Stefanovsky and cleared by Honeybaked. The rebound sat there for a moment. Nice job by the Honeybaked defense to clear it. A wonderful little play there by Julius to get it down the wing. Support by Evans. Evans found Paris driving the middle. He was able to get it to him. And now it'll be Star's turn. 3-on-3 is pass to the outside, right off of a Honeybaked forward, and back they come the other way. Kaminsky defending to the corner, gets to it, gets control, but kind of taps it out to the middle as he was going down. Now Star, getting his stick leaned on a bit, able to get it up to Julius, who deflects it all the way in, and then peels off to head for a line change, and needed break there. The Pens will get a new unit out. It'll be Armstrong with the puck pressure. Carried in by Honeybaked. Tapped back on for Filiaggi. Filiaggi up over center red. Finding Armstrong on the right-hand side. He boots it. He kicks it into the corner. Can't quite gain control. He was trying to go skate the puck there, or skate the stick. Skate the puck. He went skate the puck. It'll be knocked away from Honeybaked at the blue line, followed on by the back-checking Armstrong into the zone. He's got a cannon. Can he get it through? A nice shot there at the 5-0. He went right between the wickets of the defender. Headsy play there that's kicked out by Stefanovsky. And back comes Honeybaked through center. Into the Penguin zone, defended by Merlot, up against the boards. Good body position there. He gains control, rims it around, looking for Villela. Villela able to kind of tap it by the Honeybaked forechecker, and all the way out the center where Filiaggi will knock it all the way into the left wing corner of the Honeybaked end. They'll break out from there, going cross ice. Penguins again, getting a line change. Good short shifts here. Merlot gets control. It's tapped off of his stick, but Villela gathers. He goes up the wall for Sproul. Sproul looking for Real. Now Woo into the offensive zone. Possesses and tries to center. Good stick on puck there to the corner where a backhand pass is cut off. Real and Woo kind of battle each other for the puck a second. Good communication as Real comes away with it to Kaminsky, who had the GWG last night. His shot looking for that same bar down effect was kicked out by Honeybaked. They'll bring it down the wall, and a 3-on-2 develops here as it's past Kaminsky, and a nice poke there by Ofterhide. Kicks it all the way to the corner. He is tripped up, and Kaminsky will gather it in. Pens are going to head to the Sir Pizza power play again. Honeybaked gets control. The whistle blows, and a tripperoo. That'll be for Borgievsky. Honeybaked headed to the box. And the Pens are going to deploy Evans, Paris, Julius, Starr, and Ofterhide. Power play 5 here. 8:08 to play, period 1, period 2, a 2-2 tie. This one taken by Honeybaked, rimmed around, cut off by Ofterhide. It'll be kept in. He'll go right back down the wall to Julius. Julius comes off the wall, finds Evans. He tries to tap it towards the net, doesn't get it through. Another centering feed by the Pens. This one goes the whole way through, out to Ofterhide, and the Pens will regroup at center. They'll send it cross ice for Starr. Starr to Julius. Julius tapping it to Paris in the middle. He'll gain the zone with Evans. Behind Evans a bit, he'll tap it back to Starr, who's able to get around one right down the middle, and his shot just stick on puck to the corner. Nice defensive play there. Ofterhide will keep it at the blue line, though. Switching with Julius. Ofterhide weaving in. Looking, back to Starr. Starr has Evans cross ice, goes Julius instead. Now to Evans. Evans will peel off the wall. Short side shot up off the head of the Honeybaked goaltender. And it'll be an offensive zone draw. A nice power play chance there as we got 36 seconds left. That line really able to possess the puck. Honeybaked was able to kick it out once, but another immediate zone entry by the Penguins. They had the chance by Starr going down the lane. That last shot by Evans, another centering feed. That was the one that came out of the zone. So 3 or 4 really good chances in that 50-second time frame there. They were on the ice. As Starr will stay out, and he'll run the point still for the power play. They'll send it down to Carter, who kicks it behind Armstrong. He's in the corner. Tries to go back to Merlot. It's off of a stick, but it'll get there. Now Armstrong in the corner and Merlot again as they play catch. It'll be Merlot finding Armstrong. We saw the missile before, and this time he makes no doubt about it. The PPG for PGH. It's Cruz Armstrong winding up and burying the biscuit. A top shelf shot on the power play as he got the puck, played catch with Merlot, was able to get the puck at the top of the circles with some room and really step into one, driving kind of from that hash mark along the wall inside the dot and firing a laser up and over Stefanovsky to give the Pens a 2-1 lead, but right back comes Honeybaked back in front of the Penguins net, and that one's kicked out by Hanner all the way back to the center. So I think a little bit of a defensive back and forth here in the second period as we've seen some special teams play and things like that. I thought Honeybaked controlled play in the first, maybe a slight advantage Penguins here in the second with a couple power plays, able to capitalize on the last Sir Pizza power play. It's Cruz Armstrong making it 2-1. As Honeybaked centers one off of a stick, and here comes Real streaking through center again, weaving around the defender, firing a backhander that's kicked away. Real's dangerous when he gets free at those center ice areas. Getting hit with those stretches. Now we've got Sproul and Real looking for the stretches. Woo comes up. Sproul will get it, carrying it into the offensive zone, tries a toe drag, that's poked off of his stick. It'll be McElmurray for Honeybaked, able to clear it out. Dropping one to the outside. Shot comes in, stopped by the Honeybaked player in front, who is able to gather it in and fire a backhander that is then stopped by Hanner. So the Penguins leading 2-1 here, second period, 5:21 to play. Thank you all for joining us. Make sure you're all subscribers. Subscribe below. What we ask, folks. I know we'll pick up a few more. As Evans, defensive zone draw, frees it up. It'll be Julius carrying it up the right wing side. As Evans going to the middle. Now Paris looking for Paris. Just past the reach of Evans. He kind of put it right between the two of them. And back comes McElmurray. It'll be Paris on a back check. Able to make it a 2-on-3 opportunity. They'll go back to the point for a shot that finds the 5-hole. Hanner kind of late getting down on that shot as he was coming off the post out to cut the angle. Just not able to get down quick enough. And Honeybaked will tie the game at 2. It'll be 4:51 to play here. As Philly and Paris had gotten back, it was a 2-on-3. They tapped it back to the point and just beat Hanner low. It'll be Armstrong kicking it back to Kaminsky. Back to the point man for Carver. Cut off by Carter. He's into the offensive zone. He's got Filiaggi with him. They'll find him. Filiaggi possesses, cuts back out to the middle, sending one wide of the cage. Nobody in the corner to track it down. Filiaggi will actually be the first one to get there. Kept at the point by Kaminsky. He'll send it back to Filiaggi in the corner. He's hounded there. Honeybaked will be able to take over. Carter coming in on the forecheck, though. Able to dislodge the puck, and it's Carter getting control. He'll sauce it to Filiaggi, who's able to pull it back into forehand and get a shot off that just a little bit like fanned on it, looked like. It'll be off the right, working it low for Carter. Carter a shot in. Off Stefanowski. I think he was trying to go backside there. He had a woo. Went off of a player and in on Stefanowski. As Honeybaked will try to clear the zone. So, frankly, a 2-period where I think Honeybaked really controlled the first. The Pens have been the better team in the second, and it was 1-1 in each. As Sproul tried to peel out of the corner, he's hounded, and a second time has it knocked off of his stick. Wu will be there this time to support and carries it through center, but he gets it knocked off his stick immediately and back into the Pens end we come. It'll be off the ride in front of the net, tapping it forward. I think he was looking for Sproul. Jack Reel all the way up at the other blue line here. I just don't think that pass is going to get through, and it won't, and here comes Honeybaked. Able to get dislodged, and Reel will pick it up now at center. Winds into the zone, shooting glove side, and it's stopped and held. So the Penguins looked like they were having trouble earlier, so now, at least with some of these units, they're trying to fire somebody way up ice, maybe move those defensemen back a little bit. We'll see if that helps them run the breakout here. Evans on the draw, wins it back. It'll be Merlot off the boards as he was under some heavy pressure. Paris there to support, has it poked off of his stick, and back comes Honeybaked. Evans on the back check, making it a 2-on-2. Paris hounding the puck, making it like a 4-on-2 or 2-on-4, and Paris will end up with it. Taps it forward for Julius. He's unable to get control. Evans will follow on, and he's got it. It'll be a 3-on-1. He's got Paris driving. Julius high slot. He goes backside to Paris with a filthy sauce and a tapperoo. Just tap it in. Happy. It's Brady Paris on the backside to make it 3-2 Penguins. It'll be a Penguin goal, 24 Paris with the backdoor tapperoonie. And the Penguins, Evans wins the draw back. The Star Pens are back in business, but there'll be an offside play. Evans was tied up at the blue line with somebody, unable to keep that biscuit, or unable to keep those skates out. Evans tells Paris, hey, that's my fault, buddy. I was offside. I think it was Star driving, though. He just knew it was a massive human It'll be Julius up the boards. Evans there in support. Gets control. Drives the corner and is crunched. No call. It works. We battle in the corner. It'll be Paris. Dislodging it. Evans rims it around. Star comes crashing down to keep it in the corner. Evans will peel it out of there, but he's defended nicely by, I think that's Moon. Evans' pressure frees it up for Paris. Kept in by Star at the blue line. He tries to toss it to Evans, and Honeybaked will ice the puck with 1 minute and 53 seconds to play here. In period 2, the Penguins lead 3-2 on the goal by Brady Paris. It'll be Filiangi, Carter, Armstrong, Ofterhide, and Villela. Filiangi wins the draw against McElmurray. Armstrong, nice job getting in there. Wings often win faceoffs, and that's an example. As Armstrong right off the faceoff, as he'll try to get Carter, it goes off his stick to Villela. Villela will try the opposite corner where the Penguins, Filiangi dances. Now Carter tapped back out. Honeybaked trying to clear as the Penguins hound the puck along the wall. Good support. Armstrong in a battle. Carter there in support. Filiangi as well. Villela holding the blue line as the Penguins force it further. It'll be Carter with the forecheck pressure. Opposite corner where Filiangi jumps on things. Tries to bank it off the board, and instead will just spin out a little cine swirl out of the corner, firing a backhander, doesn't get through. Good battle there, as Ofteride will keep it at the blue line with the boot. Down low for Armstrong. Gets it swiped away from him, but turning right back into him is a Honeybaked defender, and now Filiangi comes away. He tries to center it. The Carter comes off of a skate. Villela now to the puck. Back to Ofteride. He'll rim it around low for Armstrong. He's unable to get control behind, so Filiangi will tap it back towards him. To the corner it goes for Sproul. Penguins with a fresh legs on the ice right now, at least a couple, as they complete part of a line change here. To one advantage second period. You might be able to do it in the offensive zone as we take inside at 30 seconds left. Real was unable to get control. It's cleared by Honeybaked. No icing as it's off of a stick all the way back towards Hanner, where Ofteride will gather it in. He'll go to Villela. Villela up for Real, who got some space up the left, stopping, pulling up. Got Sproul driving, he'll cut to the middle instead, weaving through two, firing one low. It's kicked to the corner. Woo will get there as we're inside of 5 seconds to play. A shot comes in. That goes in. It was from, I think, Woo centering a pass off of Real's stick, using Real's stick as a ramp. Austin Woo, and it'll beat Stefanovsky to the short side as time expires. Kind of one of those plays where you know time's running out. You get to the puck, you throw it towards the net, and he's got an uncanny ability, the real deal, Jack Real, to have his stick angled in a way where the puck goes exactly where he wants it to go. And that was an example of that, an awesome late goal, making it 4-2. Penguins, they didn't put it up yet. They did call it a goal. So he called it a goal. We don't see it on the scoreboard just yet. Maybe we're going to go to Toronto. We are going to head to intermission, and we'll bring you the third period when we come back. So it is a goal. It will be a goal for the Penguins. It'll be Real from Woo. And now Kaminsky gets to the puck. Third period will start. Pens up 4-2. Honeybaked with the puck up the wing to Wall. To Hall. It'll be Hall finding McElmurray. He'll cut to the middle, firing one towards the glove side. But wide. Star gets there. Boots the puck behind. Gets it to his stick. And carries it out. weaving through his own end, finding Real. Real cuts in. He's got a pair, and that one off of the skate of Stefanovski. Now Wu curling back in front and trying to knock it out of midair like a baseball player was Real on the backside. It'll be Wu with the puck. He'll fire one glove hand side that is stopped and held. So the Penguins take a 4-2 lead into the third. I want to take a moment here, if we can, and talk a little bit about Teddy Ballkind, a young man from Connecticut. Just yesterday, a hockey player, 10th grader, perishing due to a skate that caught him in the neck during a game. So we're going to take a moment here and go silent in honor of Teddy. A moment of silence there for Teddy Ballkind, young man out of Connecticut, playing the game he loved, losing his life. These kids are lucky to be able to do this. So Brady Paris will take the puck down the left side, cutting to the middle. He's forced behind the net where he'll gain control. Knocked off of his stick. There's Julius in support as Honeybaked will kick it up to the right-hand side. Picked off by Ofterhide at center, and he'll weave in. He's got all the space. He'll feed it backside, looking for Evans, who shoots one off the glove. A beautiful puck possession play there by Ofterhide. He almost freed up to like a quasi-breakaway 2-on-1. Fed it over for Evans, whose shot was stopped by Stefanovski, and back comes Honeybaked out the center. It'll be Carter cutting it off, and now Ofterhide gaining control. Great footwork there by Ofterhide as well. Ability to kind of twist his hips and move the blades around. We see a little bit of snow building up here. We're going to get a penalty on the Penguins. Untimely penalty here. They've kind of got a little, I won't say control of the game. There's 12 minutes left to play. They just taken a 4-2 lead to end the period, and now we're going to see Kaminsky head off for a trip. See if I can get a look at that on replay here. Not sure what. Oh, kind of putting the hip out a little bit, hip or leg out. So Filiaggi and Armstrong on the penalty kill with Starr and Merlot. Honeybaked will work things up high. Firing one, and that'll get by Carver with a missile from the point. And just like that, it's 4-3. Power play goal for Honeybaked. Makes it a 4-3 game as we've got just over 12 minutes to play, 12:01 here in the third period. Face off one between the wickets of Alela. Chase down in the corner. He's pressured. He's able to pop it around looking for Real. Real rims it up the wall, but right to the Honeybaked defender. It'll be Villela now. Honeybaked controlled the first. Now they're kind of getting a little bit of life from that power play goal as they'll get one to pop to the side of the net and bury it, and it's now tied at 4, folks. So 2 quick goals by Honeybaked here in the third period has made it a 4-4 game. Pens were up 4-2 and have given that back in 3 minutes here. So Honeybaked with the momentum, the Pens are going to need to look at to get some of it back. Evans on the draw. Honeybaked wins it. able to play it up to the Penguins line for Starr. Starr's pass attempt right into the forechecker, and it's Moon for Honeybaked centering one. Starr spinning around in front, dug out by Kaminsky. He's unable to get it to Julius, though, and Honeybaked pulls it right off the wall, tapping it out of midair and with the high stick, and it'll come all the way back to the Honeybaked end. So the Penguins with a defensive zone turnover there. Starr tried to run a breakout to the outside and just banked it right off the oncoming Honeybaked forward. Honeybaked knocks it out of midair, but way up over the head of Hanner, actually onto the top of the net. And now the Pens will control it in the Honeybaked zone. It'll be a face-off win back to Kaminsky. He went to Julius. Julius tried to center. It was behind Evans. And now it's cleared out to center ice. Knocked all the way to the Pens line for Evans. He'll spin up the wall, banking it off the boards for Julius. Julius will advance it to the Honeybaked line, but no further. Kaminsky now in a battle. Kaminsky and Julius. Back to Starr. Starr looking for Julius. He can't get control, but Parrish will. He'll gain the area right in front of the benches where it is just a snowy mess. Do you want to build a snowman over there? As Evans peels one and shoots it wide to the glove hand side. Merlot battling there with Gordievsky. Merlot gets control. He goes to Villela. Villela gets it poke checked by the forechecker. Penguins taking like an extra half second to make decisions. As Merlot sends it to Armstrong, he kind of cuts in front of his own net to Villela. Villela will find Evans. Evans will get to the red line. Now blue line, tied up in the snow again. But Armstrong able to get to puck, but it bounces off of his stick, and back comes Honeybaked. Merlot to the outside. Supported by Carter and Armstrong. Puck dislodges, it'll be Carter finding Armstrong with the big reach, able to gather it in, drive the right-hand side, and offside play. So he was pressured at the blue line, kind of pulled the puck behind him, lost control, and it'll go in on an offside. So a neutral zone face-off here. We saw Honeybaked take one of these forward and create a 2-on-1 and actually a breakaway. Let's see if the Penguins may have a trick up their sleeves as McElmurray and Filiaggi will square up. It'll be won by Honeybaked and off of Carter on the forecheck. This time it's the Penguins' turn to play takeaway. Carter to Filiaggi. Filiaggi with a backhander that's defended well. A little stick on puck action now. Filiaggi down low for Carter. They were looking for Armstrong, but it was behind him off a Honeybaked player. Filiaggi followed on, but kind of nothing coming from that scoring zone there. Carter will regroup at center. Off their hide now in his own end. Banking it off the boards right to the Honeybaked defense. Oh, he's looking for Armstrong. I didn't see him down here. Honeybaked will shoot it in, but it's going to be a neutral zone face-off on an offside play. Sorry, we'll go to center ice here. The pass originated close to the red line. So, Wu, Real, Sproul, Starr, Merlot. Face off one by Honeybaked. To the Pens and we battle. Centering pass skips all the way through Hanner. It'll be Real on the other side. Reverses, nice reversal to the defenseman as the Pens will get some flow coming out. Merlot, he's hounded by three Honeybaked forwards. Penguins had all three forwards well up ice. He couldn't kind of get it out of there. Now Real will pick it up, and he's got speed coming through center. Ever dangerous finding Wu. Wu, a centering pass for Sproul. That's off. I think the post comes free to Sproul. Kicking at it. Can't get it to the stick. He will this time. A centering pass for Wu as it's loose in front. Wu will turn one towards the net that is stopped and held. And absolutely crunched in front was Jack Real. I'm sorry, William Sproul. And with just under 8 to play in a 4-4 game, the Pens will have an offensive zone face-off. This line creating havoc right there in front of the Honeybaked net. Wu spinning one on net. Stefanowski equal to the challenge. Face-off. Won by Honeybaked again, forward and just buzzing out of the zone, creating a potential another scoring chance off of a face-off play. They win them forward, but activate those wings quickly. The Penguins' wings need to be aware of this and get a body on that streaking player. Real weaving into the zone, all the way to the corner, a turnover to off the right here. His shot, kicked out, just a rebound pass, Sproul, and back comes McElmurray for Honeybaked. Another good scoring chance there for the Pens as McElmurray will control along the half wall, working it back to the point, dumped back in. Behind the net is Cleveland for Honeybaked. Back to the point. Gordievsky to Carver. Carver will dump it around. Cleveland gets there. Gordievsky now. Battle on the wall. It'll be Ofterhide coming away with it. Rimming it around for Villela, but past him. Now Sproul with the pressure. Good stick on puck by Sproul. Actually sends his stick careening to the outside. Ofterhide will battle along the side of the net. Now this line that was so productive like a minute or so ago, you could tell they're stuck out there now. So Penn's going to need a line change as it's freed up for Real. He'll cut in and Sproul joins him. Sproul choosing not to go to the bench there. Instead joins the rush and creates a scoring chance. It'll be Real getting to it. Back for Starr. Starr banks it off the boards for Sproul. But he'll lose the race to the puck, and it'll be cleared by Honeybaked, but into their bench, so the next line will get a chance with an offensive zone draw here. .6:15 to play. It'll be Evans with the face-off over towards Julius, and he'll get control here. Send it back to the point to Starr. Kaminsky to Evans. Evans tries to chop it towards the net. Blocked down by Honeybaked, and back they come. Nice back pressure there by Paris as it's tossed up to Kaminsky. Now Kaminsky will gather it behind the Penguins net, and he'll find Starr. Starr will find Paris. Paris was looking for Julius. He'll carry it instead with some space down the left. Kicked out by the Honeybaked defender. Nice job there. I think that was salvage. The Starr kind of backs into things. And able to keep it in. It'll be Kaminsky at the point. I'm sorry, Julius on the half wall. Kicks it up all the way to the corner. Rimmed around off of a stanchion, and now kept in by Starr, who snapshot, deflects, rebound in front, can't gather it in. Paris will get the puck on the half wall, though. Looks cross ice to Starr. Starr shooting one. Julius will get it in the corner. He's got Evans kind of popping out, but he can't get it there. He's pinned against the wall. Dancing with it behind is Honeybaked. Up the half wall they'll come, but no further than Kaminsky at the point as the Penguins apply some pressure. Paris in the corner. Good shift here, last two shifts. The Wu line and the Evans line here. As Evans, a nice feed to a wide open Starr who slap shot. It felt like it was, I think Olaf jumped out of the snow there to kind of hold on to that puck. He couldn't get it clean off the ice as this ice is a snowy mess. 4:30 to play as it's behind the Penguins net. Penguins get a line change. It'll be Armstrong. Can't gather it in, but Filiaggi's pressure will free it up to be picked up by Honeybaked and sent back out. It's Hall weaving to the middle. He's crossing with Stevens, but it'll put him off sides as he fed it to McElmurray. But that crossing at the blue line forced the Honeybaked player to go off sides, and with 4:11 to play, looks like it'll be kind of one more shift for everybody here. Who's going to be a hero and break this tie? Up the wall, it's Hall. Pulling it around Merlot, feeding it to McElmurray. His shot, glove side. Anner knocks it down to the corner. It'll be Merlot. Up the wall. Merlot kind of not able to clear. It's off the back end of Filiaggi, but right to McElmurray. Carter will get there. He'll bank it off the boards for Filiaggi. He's got Armstrong if he sees him. Armstrong stays on side. Filiaggi hits him, but he just can't get control. And it'll be Filiaggi now in the corner turning with it. Looking, back for Armstrong. He'll fire one. It goes up high off of a glove and cleared to the corner. All the way back down, it'll come past Merlot. No icing here. And it'll be picked up in the Penguins' end by the Penguins' defense. Up for Armstrong. Armstrong, back to Merlot. Up again for Armstrong. He gets it swiped away from him. Off the right will get there. Sproul on the ice as they're partway through a line change. Filiaggi will gain the zone. Cutting to the middle with speed, firing one, and it's, I think, potentially off the back of Sproul, who was sending a screen in front. Georgievsky for Honeybaked to Adams. Rim it behind, and Kaminsky will get there. Up the wall. It's Real, tapping it for Wu, crisscrossing with Sproul. Over to Wu, missile off of Stevanovsky, in behind. Sproul just took a shot up high. Letting them play as we wind inside of 2:40 to play. To the point for Starr. Starr firing one in, blocked by Honeybaked and cleared. Honeybaked will gain center red, dump and get a change. Now it'll be Starr trying to send it all the way to Real, and now it's a 3-on-2 back the other way. Offside, the call on Honeybaked. Though I won't be thrilled with that one. They had an offensive chance starting there. It was Reed Fallon a step in ahead of Weaver. Shot that went wide of Hanner. Wu will step into the dot. Played back for Merlot. Merlot turning off the wall. Now Honeybaked gains control. It's Cleveland. Centering pass picked off by Starr. Starr behind. Now I'll get Merlot. Merlot up hard. It'll be Real, who loses his stick, kicks the puck, can't get it out. Second time, can't clear. And third time, the Pens can't clear. So here's one of those scenarios. Real got his stick, now he takes off up ice. Can they get it to him? They try. Sproul had taken off out the other side. It could have been a 2-on-1 as the Penguins look to stretch, but not able to connect on those stretch passes right now. It'll be Starr picking it up through center, trying for Sproul. Past him, it'll be Wu at center. These three out. Another bit of a long shift here as back comes Honeybaked. It'll be Villela. Around Villela, carrying it out. He was able to win that race. He could have Evans driving here. He'll switch with him and feed it around for Julius, who can't get control. On the half wall, reversing as Honeybaked. A D-to-D play that Evans kind of disrupts. It'll be Paris skating into it now. Evans along the wall. Paris gets control. Evans knocked down, but it's off the right at the blue line. Finding Paris. Paris looking, dangles one, cuts in front, shot down low, kicked out. Paris gets to it and clears it to the opposite corner for Evans. He looked like he was going to the point, tries to cut back into the middle. Now Julius will get there. He's bodied, and Honeybaked will pick the puck up. 30 seconds left in the game as Hall comes to center. Hall into the Penguins zone. A shot from the outside, kicked out by Hanner. Followed on by Julius, but not out. Paris will get there. He'll hit Evans. Evans has Julius with him as McElmurray tracks him down the left wing. We'll work it all the way to the corner as we wind inside of 10 seconds. And as it was earlier in the season, that one ended with a 3-3 tie. This will, 2 seconds left as they send it all the way down on an offside play from the defensive zone. Offside for the defensive zone, so the Pens will have a power or a 2-second opportunity here. They're going to pull Hanner, go with 6 players on the ice. So the Pens, 2 seconds left. Penguins with an empty net. Paris kicks it in the front and streaking in was Evans. It kind of went right behind him and unable to convert, so we'll tie. So guess what? You know what I think we should do when game ends in a tie? I think we should come back tomorrow morning and do this all over again. And that's exactly what we're going to do. So these guys are going to get some rest. We're going to bring you a game at 3 o'clock today between these Pens Elite and the Oakland Junior Grizzlies. And then these boys will get some rest, maybe a little dinner later on tonight. And we will be back, not here, but a different rink. Not that you care at home. Thank you all for joining us. Make sure you subscribe. Also, citytv.com, citytv.com, citytv.com. We got cameraman Bob Starr, producer Nick Paris, Jeremy Evans with the play-by-play today. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you at 3 o'clock.